Today we are going to discuss few examples of different substances having different pH values. For example, you can see that when you have pure sulfuric acid is extremely, acidic, so its pH is 0. These are the numbers from 0 to 6 are of the pH, are of the acidic pH solutions, right? Of the acidic solutions, we have numbers from 0 to 6. But when we see number 7, we say that it is neutral. But when we see numbers from 8 to 14, we say that the solution is a basic one. All right? So अगर आपके पास कोई भी solution है और उसका जो pH है वो range कर रही है 0 से लेकर 6 के दरमियान में, ठीक है, आप पीएच पेपर से भी फाइंड कर सकते हैं, उधर भी नंबरिंग दी गई होती है, ठीक है। और आपका जो भी सॉल्यूशन का कलर, आपका जो भी लिटमस पेपर का कलर उस चार्ट के साथ मैच करता है, यू से दैट यू हैव दैट पर्टिकुलर पीएच, ठीक है। अब जो हमारे पास पीएच होती है रेंजिंग फ्रॉम 0 to 6, दैट इज ऑफ द एसिडिक सॉल्यूशंस, ऑलराइट। लेकिन जब हमारे पास 7 pH आती है, इट्स ऑफ अ न्यूट्रल सॉल्यूशन, एंड फ्रॉम 8 to 14 we have a basic solution. These all the things that have been listed on the left side of the table are basically having some acidic sort of character in them, ठीक है। जैसे gastric juice, हमारे पास जो हमारा जो stomach है उसकी जो pH है, it is very acidic, see it's 1. Then we have lemon juice, it's 2, vinegar 3, tomato juice 4, acid rain 5. जैसे जैसे पीएच जो है मतलब 0 पे अगर फॉर एग्जांपल कोई सब्सटेंस है, कोई सॉल्यूशन है, तो उसकी पीएच सबसे ज्यादा होगी। जैसे जैसे नंबर इंक्रीज करता जाएगा उसी तरीके से जो पीएच है वो डिक्रीज करती जाएगी, एसिडिटी कम होती जाएगी, ठीक है। वी डिस्कस दिस बिफोर, गिव मी अ मिनट, ऑलराइट। व्हेन यू सी दिस चार्ट, everyone see on the slide, when you see this chart, आपके पास कोई solution है, you dip a litmus paper in it, you dip a litmus paper in this solution and you take it out, and then you compare it with this chart. If the color matches with any of this thing, right, then you can see that what's the pH. Of course you can see the numbers have been given over here, all right. So when you're moving from 6 or 0 to 6, then it is a very acidic substance, right? 1, 2, 3, the acidity is decreasing, all right. It decreases till lime green, okay? It is slightly acid now. Then there comes the solution which is green in color and we say that it is neutral, right? अब न्यूट्रल के बाद क्या होता है कि थोड़ा थोड़ा बेसिक होना स्टार्ट हो जाता है सॉल्यूशन, इट गोज टू डार्क ग्रीन, इट इज नाउ स्लाइटली बेसिक और स्लाइटली अल्कलाइन, देन इट मूव्स टुवर्ड द अदर कलर्स, और जब पर्पल होता है वी से इट इज वेरी बेसिक। तो टॉप पे वेरी एसिडिक है और टॉप और नीचे बिल्कुल एट द बॉटम वो बिल्कुल बेसिक है और दरमियान में वो न्यूट्रल है, ऑलराइट। नाउ आप हम एक और तरीका विच इज द एडवांस्ड मेथड, उससे वो क्या है, वो है द यूज ऑफ पीएच मीटर। वी आर यूजिंग इंडिकेटर्स, फॉर एग्जांपल वी यूज्ड phenolphthalein, we use methyl orange, we use litmus solution, but now we have a much more advanced equipment, right? In our labs we do not need those previous indicators. This is a more accurate one. You can get the reading in, in decimals as well, right? It will give you a perfect reading. It's known as pH meter. It is the more advanced method. It's basically a device that determines acidity and basicity of the solution. For example, if you see from the slide, you have to dip this probe kind of thing into the beaker, ठीक है। पहले आपने इस चीज को, प्रॉब को अपने बीकर के अंदर, जिसके अंदर आपके पास सॉल्यूशन प्रेजेंट है डाइल्यूटेड फॉर्म में, आपने उसके अंदर डिप करना होता है, ठीक है। और उस तरीके से जो पीएच होती है वो आपके सामने बिल्कुल क्लियरली विजिबल हो जाती है, ऑलराइट। you do not have to use a phenolphthalein, methyl orange or litmus paper. अब आप इसके थ्रू एक दफा अपने सॉल्यूशन में डिप करते हो एंड यू सी द रीडिंग, एग्जैक्ट रीडिंग कि एसिडिक सॉल्यूशन है। द रीडिंग्स आर फ्रॉम 0 to 6, then it is acidic. If it's 7, then it is neutral, and if it's from 18 to 14, then it's basic, all right. So there are some these are the indicators we have been studying them again and again. So litmus solution जो है basically it's of violet color, phenolphthalein is colorless and methyl orange is orange. Alright, colors इनके किस तरीके से change होते हैं? The litmus solution color in acid turns to red, whereas its color in base is blue. Alright, you have to learn this table. Rather, this table has been given again and again in your exercise. The original color of phenolphthalein is basically it's having no color, right? And what happens when it is in acid? It remains colorless, but in a base it moves towards the pink color. It changes its color and moves towards pink. All right. इसी तरीके से methyl orange has an orange color. All right. Its color in acid solution is red, whereas color in basic solution is yellow. All right. So these are some natural indicators that have been used previously, when there were not some advanced methodologies like, you know, जैसे आप देख सकते हैं कि pH meter आ गया, it is much more advanced method, but there are certain नेचुरल इंडिकेटर जिसके अंदर टर्मेरिक, हल्दी का यूज किया जाता है, रेड कैबेज का यूज किया जाता है, चाइना रोज इज अ काइंड ऑफ अ फ्लावर, और इसी तरीके से लिटमस का यूज किया जाता है. लिटमस सोल्यूशन कैसे बनता है? ये जो लाइकेंस हैं, यू कैन ऑल्सो सी फ्रॉम द साइड, इधर से डाइज एक्सट्रैक्ट आउट किए जाते हैं और फिर इसको लिटमस पेपर के ऊपर पुट किया जाता है. वी विल बी डिस्कसिंग इट इन द एक्सरसाइज एज वेल. ठीक है, तो इस तरीके से ये कुछ इंडिकेटर्स हैं जो कि हम नेचुरल इंडिकेटर्स हैं जो कि नेचर यूज करती है टू indicate whether to know whether the solution you have formed is acidic or basic. बिल्कुल जिस तरीके से पिछले इंडिकेटर्स यूज होते हैं उसी तरीके से इन चार चीजों से भी इंडिकेटर्स बनाए जाते हैं, इनका भी सोल्यूशन बनाया जाता है जो कि हेल्पफुल होता है हमारे इंडिकेशन के लिए. फिर कुछ कलर चेंजेस होते हैं जिसकी वजह से हम रियलाइज कर जाते हैं कि अगर एक टेबल दिया होता है, फॉर एग्जांपल द टेबल दैट यू डू नॉट हैव टू मेमोराइज, बट एट दिस लेवल यू हैव टू लर्न अबाउट बेसिक indicators, all right, those that have been given in your exercise only, all right, because these such kind of tables are already present all over the internet, right? अब टर्मेरिक है, उसका टेबल दिया गया है कि अगर इसका एसिडिक सोल्यूशन है तो इसका क्या कलर होगा, अगर बेसिक सोल्यूशन है तो ये अपना कलर किस तरीके से चेंज करेगा. Similarly, same happens for red cabbage, then for China rose, and then for litmus solution. Of course, litmus solution is, having very much vast usage, so you have to learn those changes in the color on tips. All right. So this was the homework I gave you, right? This was the homework in the last slide that I gave you in the previous class. I'm going to pause my recording. All right. So now as you know that we have done we have completed our chapter. We are moving towards its exercise. The first 5 questions I have given you almost 2 times, and I see just 5 students doing them. On Monday is my ultimatum. I won't let you enter in the class until you have done your homework. All right. So the question number 1 is you have to write short question answers. It's on page number 78. The first answer is on page number 78, basically, where you have to define an acid. Okay, search for it. I have not written the answers for some basic short answers. You have to search them by your own selves. It's very clearly written. You just have to write what is an acidic solution, and just give a definition and 2 or 3 examples. All right, then you have to write about 3 minerals acid that are present on page number 79. If you are having any problem in understanding where the answers are, kindly email me. All right, or plus there's a second option right now that after I'm done with the exercise, ask me at the end of the lecture. On Monday, nobody is gonna tell me that he has not understood. Okay, now when you have to write 3 mineral acids, they are lying on the page number 79. A big table has been given. Just pick out 3 mineral acids and write it. Just write the statement following are the 3 mineral acids and write about them and write their names. Then you have to write about 3 properties of acids. Okay, Okay, Bisma, I'm repeating again. The question number one is about an acid, right? The answer is on page number 78. You just have to write the definition and give two examples. All right. जब भी not even in my not only in my subject, कहीं पे भी किसी subject में भी जब definition पूछी जाए, especially in board exams, ठीक है, तो there is the special thing कि उन्हें पता होता है कि student is understanding कि अगर हमने कोई चीज define करने के लिए दी है तो he has to quote few examples with that thing as well. For example, if there is this question, define an acid, right? You not only have to write the definition, but then give the heading examples and write 2 to 3 examples. Okay. So uh, for question for the part number one, you have to go to page 78. Just you know, अपने understanding से आपने answer लिखना है. I could also write because it's a two-line answer, but I want you to find. Name three mineral acids. The names of three mineral acids have been listed on page 79. Okay. A table has been given. Just pick up three mineral acids and write the statement following are the three mineral acids and write three mineral acids. Then you have to write it straight three properties of acids. You can write any three properties. This is a short question answer, so you can write the short ones. I won't mind. They are lying on page number 80, 81. But if you want to write the questions, do it perfectly. Mention two uses of salt in the industry. Multiple uses have been given of the salts in the industry that we discussed in the previous class. It is lying on page number 90. You can also write the page numbers in front of the short question answer, but again, I will be sending you the file in your WhatsApp group. Name a salt that can reduce acidity in our stomach. So this was a general sort of question, general knowledge sort of question. The answer is sodium bicarbonate. You have to write a complete statement that sodium carbonate is a salt that can reduce acidity in our stomach. Yes, Bisma, you have to. You have to mark them and then you have to write them as well. Sodium bicarbonate is a salt that can reduce acidity in our stomach. What happens when copper sulfate reacts with water? ठीक है, कॉपर सल्फेट जब वाटर के साथ रिएक्ट करता है तो उसके साथ वाटर बेसिकली अटैच हो जाता है उसके क्रिस्टल मॉलिक्यूल एज क्रिस्टल्स. ठीक है, जैसे ही वी हैव बेसिकली हमारे पास अगर विदाउट वाटर विदाउट एनी वाटर मॉलिक्यूल अगर कॉपर सल्फेट देखा जाए तो व्हाइटिश फॉर्म में होता है. ठीक है, व्हाइटिश फॉर्म में. जैसे इसके अंदर पानी के कुछ ड्रॉप्स ऐड किए जाते हैं, ठीक है, वो अपना एक बड़ा अचानक से एक अपना कलर चेंज कर लेता है एंड इट इज गिविंग अस अ वेरी ब्लू ब्यूटीफुल ब्लू कलर. दिस इज ड्यू टू द प्रेजेंस ऑफ वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स विद इट. ये जो डॉट है इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. इट इंडिकेट्स कि इसके साथ वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स अटैच किए गए हैं जिनको मॉलिक्यूल्स ऑफ हाइड्रेशन भी कहा जाता है. ठीक है, वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स इनके क्रिस्टल्स के अंदर प्रेजेंट हैं. Then we have, is soda water acidic or basic? Soda water is acidic due to the presence of carbonic acid. Alright, carbonic acid has a formula H2CO3 or it is an acid. We know that, so soda water is an acidic thing. Which alkali is commonly used to open drain? So caustic soda, which is also known as sodium hydroxide, is used for drain opening.